Never feel guilty about what you read or what you haven't read. Hello everybody, it's me, GhostCritic, and I've been tagged once again. This time I was tagged by Fozzy Wazzy 1203. This tag originated from the welcome return at last of Minutia Minute, and he started this tag where the two questions were, because there was only two. The first one was, what is your guilty pleasure in comic book reading? And the second question was, I think it was something along the lines of, what haven't you read that maybe you should have read by now? So let's kick off with the first question. What are your guilty pleasures in comic book reading? And again, I'm not guilty about anything I read. For me, I'm kind of more stubborn about what I won't drop. And the main offender, I guess, at the moment is sex. I just can't give it up. Yes, Sex from Image, Joe Casey, and it's one of those books where I'm kind of like, why am I still picking this up? And I think it's more to do with the fact that I need to know that something is actually going to happen in this, that there is a point to it all, that it's not just trying to grab our attention with tits and ass and cock, basically, because there's a great deal of it in here, maybe to the detriment of a coherent storyline. So that's my guilty pleasure book, I guess, or more like my stubborn pleasure book. Now, for titles, books that I haven't read yet, and maybe I should have, and I know Minutia Minute said it could be like current, or it could be, you know, stuff that's been out for ages and it's like I'm trying to get round to reading them. Currently, for the current books that are coming out, I hear a lot of really great stuff now about Green Arrow. Now, on the face of it, with the creative team as it is now, it should be a no-brainer. It's written by Jeff Lemire, who just writes some great stuff, not least his 8-issue miniseries Trillium, which I love. And it's also got Andrea Sorrentino on artwork, and he did such a phenomenal job on I, Vampire. So really, that should be all that's needed for me to pick it up. However, I do also hear, especially right now, that a lot of what they're doing is currently trying to mesh it up with the TV programme Arrow, and I don't watch it. I don't think I'm ever going to get round to watching it, and so I kind of feel that I'll miss out a little bit. And plus, Green Arrow, I've collected series in the past and I've never really got to grips or really enjoyed it, so it's probably not one I'm going to pick up unless someone gets me it. The other title a lot of people rave about is Superior Foes of Spider-Man. I think that might have to be a trade pickup. To be honest, I don't personally think it's going to last much longer. It is a very kind of niche comic book that isn't one of those type that's going to last years and years and years. For stuff that's been out for ages and it's just like, I will get round at some point to reading it. I really want to read Brian Wood's Northlanders. I've always heard great stuff about that, and the kind of the Vikings and all that kind of mythology stuff really, you know, pushes my buttons. I know it's way into the series and it'll probably have to be picked up in trade, but Invincible. Especially after watching Costin Bramstar's video when he highlighted the omnibus edition of this, Planetary. It has been on my radar for a long time, and I did see the omnibus on Amazon. I thought, I'll put that at the top of my wish list, someone might buy it for me. No one yet. And then kind of off-centre, more of an indie book, I would love to read Blankets. I've heard nothing but great things about it. It's a very personal story, and it's an indie book as well, so would love to be able to get my hands on that and read it. So there's the 2 questions answered. I apparently have to now tag 2 people, and I'm going to tag 2 people that I know have got extensive comic book reading years behind them. So I'd love to know what they haven't read, and it'll be interesting to know what are their guilty pleasures as well. So since he tagged me in the last one, I'm going to pick Mark, MAW0001, and also the mighty Howler Mouse. Sorry guys, you're up next.